Hi, this is Jackie Murray with Ask a Tech Teacher. I'm your guide in these 32 lessons of the Structured Learning Technology curriculum. We're in 5th grade and this is lesson 32, so we're all done. This is our last one. It's a very fun lesson. It's an end of year challenge. If you've been following the K through 5 curriculum from Structured Learning, you know you did this last year in 4th grade. Unless you didn't have time. So we do the same thing in 5th grade and in middle school. It's a very fun activity. Students love it, and they'll be better at it this year than they were last year. But let me go through all the details to make sure it's all clear. So last week, students broke into groups. When at the end of this activity, they broke into groups, saved the last 15 minutes of class, and they had a speaker for their group, the only person who can answer questions. They also assigned specialists for the different topics that you have here. Now, these are recommended topics. These are just our list. You will want to adapt this to your students. So some of these skills in this list you didn't get to this year. So you'll cross them off and you won't have students responsible for them. You can do that either before you pass them out or afterwards, after you pass them out, and just tell students to cross them out on their own with their digital annotation tool, or with, if you made them paper lists, then just cross them out with a pencil. So you might have added categories that are suited to your groups. You might have done robotics that isn't part of 5th grade, and then you add that skill here with questions that apply to that area. So I leave that up to you. This is just a suggested list that you can use and would fit this curriculum. So last week, students assigned specialists to each category. And now those students, if they pick a question in the category of internet, that specialist is most likely to know the answers to these questions. So you're going to, here's how you play the game. The first, when the game starts, you break into the groups. Each group sits in a corner of the room as far from each other as possible. And the first group gets to pick the category that they're going to have the question in. They might pick coding. You'll ask one of these questions and they'll answer it. If they answer it, then kudos. They won a point. You go on to group 2, and group 2 picks their category. They cannot pick coding. That's marked off, and they can't pick coding again until all the other categories have been selected. Once they have, then all the categories are available again. But for now, they have to go to some other category. There's still plenty of them, so that won't be a problem. Now, if group 1 doesn't get the answer right, then group 2 gets a chance to answer that question. You don't repeat the question. And they don't have the questions in front of them anymore, so they have to be listening to what the question was and be ready with an answer just in case it gets to them. If they get the question right, they get the point. They also get the next question. So this is their chance to get ahead of everyone else. They got a point for group 1's question, and now they get to ask a question as group 2. And it goes like that. And when you run out of time, you stop asking questions, you add up points, and the winner wins whatever your prizes are for students. You also want to save some time to pass out certificates. You have a certificate available back here after homework, after index. This is just about the last page of the book, 249. And it lists all the things that were done in the class. You put the student name here. You print one for each student and then pass them out to them. A lot of schools like to do these at a school-wide event to talk about all of these categories. Students learned technology in these categories, different from the other categories from the earlier grades, and now they are knowledgeable in these areas, and then award them their certificate based on that. Then they go to middle school, which is a whole different way of teaching technology. If you have the middle school curriculum from Structured Learning, you see it's very different. It's no longer really a year-long curriculum that scaffolds lesson to lesson. It then moves into themes that take several weeks to accomplish. Still, they'll have a certificate of achievement, but they'll be based on different things. So this, a lot of students, the schools do that either in the class or at a school-wide event and make a big deal out of it. I'll just leave that up to you what you want to accomplish. For now, just know that these are all, I'm paging back up here, these are all the things that you have to do in this 45 minutes. You very quick, a lot to get done, so you don't want to waste any time. All right, guys, let me know if you have questions. I'm happy to help you. Otherwise, the video stream is completed. Feel free to watch any video in the stream you want, and I'll see you next year if you are for whatever grade level you're teaching. We don't do these for 6th through 8th, so it's just K through 5. All right, guys, have a great summer. I'll talk to you later. Bye.